Hello everybody and welcome to a Minecraft mod showcase. I haven't done one of these in quite some time. Right now we're in kind of a pretty blank world. You don't really doesn't even look like I have a showcase set up, but I actually kind of do. Mostly because in order to showcase this mod I kind of have to do everything as I go along. So this is the custom NPCs mod, which is amazing, and this is the 1.8 version of it. So yeah, if you enjoy the video, please feel free to subscribe, please feel free to leave a like, and let's get into how this works. So the first thing that you need is it's pretty much easiest to be in creative mode while you're doing this. You need the NPC wand, which is right here, and you can, let's see, I don't really know how to use, here it is, not enough items. You can make it using this recipe. It's kind of odd. It's bread and sticks, and you can do this in survival mode if you really want, but there's not too much point. Basically, once you get the NPC wand, you just right click and bam, here you go, you have an NPC. If I exit out there, you can see that he's already set up and everything. If I right click him, he says hello, hello, hello. I can't hit him or anything, but if I right click him again, we get into all of these fancy little options. So what we're going to do is we're going to have some fun, and we're going to name this one Twilight Clerical Sparkle. Those of you who are familiar with my D&D group may know that one. We're going to go in and we're going to change the entity. You can see there's all kinds of different things you can use. It is compatible with mods, I believe. If you put in other mods and stuff, their models should show up in here. I had Pixelmon in here earlier and it was doing that, so let's go ahead and close out of that now that we've done that, and select a texture, and we'll find Twilight Sparkle right there. Click that and exit out, and bam, we have Twilight Sparkle. And yeah, that was basically just making a pony. You can do all kinds of different things. Again, go into the entity, you can change it to any of these that you want. If you want, let's say, a dragon, click the dragon, close out of that, then hit select, and then there's all your dragon options. This is kind of glitched. I assume that's because it's the beta version. If we pick like the red dragon, then we close out of that, and I have Old Drake, the red dragon. And of course, as you saw earlier, I can change his name, so let's do Davolmut, and let's call him Red Dragon of, I can spell, awesomeness, and that will give him a little title underneath his name. And then I can right click and I can change if he has a living animation, with change if he's visible. If you want to make like an ethereal character, you can do partially and then they're all kind of ghostly, or you know, say no and then they're just invisible. Well, I guess that doesn't, I guess they're not completely invisible. It's just because I made them or something. You can decide whether or not they have a boss bar. If they do, you get this nice little red like aura thing around it whenever you're looking at them. It's really kind of cool, actually. Show only when you're attacking him. Hide it. Go into their stats, give him 1000 HP, and there you go, now he has 1000 HP. If we want him to respawn, I mean, he's already set to respawn, but we can, if you decide to use these in spawners, you probably want to make sure that it naturally despawns. You can just choose to hide the dead body or not, as per the typical way that Minecraft works. Melee options, how strong they are, how far away they can hit from, how quickly they attack, how much knockback they have, if they have any kind of effect: fire, poison, hunger, weakness, slowness, nausea, blindness, wither, and that's pretty much it. But you can do like poison 2, hunger 2, things like that. Ranged options, your accuracy, your ranged range, your minimum delay, maximum delay between when they fire, the firing rate, burst count, the sound effect, shot count. So like this, you can go into here, select Minecraft, and you can make it any kind of sound you want, or you can use their custom sound, which is cool. Change the way the projectile looks through all of these features. Change how resistant they are. Maybe they take extra knockback, maybe they take no knockback, things like that. Maybe they're completely resistant to melee, or they take double damage from melee, things of that nature. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Whether they're immune to fire, whether they burn in the sunlight, whether they're immune to potions. They can drown, take fall damage, attack creatures that are invisible, health regen, combat regen, their creature type, their aggro range, so on. So many options. This is so complex and so huge. In your AI, you can choose what kinds of things they do. If they avoid water, return to where they started from. If you set it so they can attack, then if they attack, they can leap at the target. They find an enemy, do they panic? Do they retreat? Do they do nothing? Do they retaliate by attacking? Do they break doors? Do they open doors? Do they not do anything with doors? Can they swim? Can they shelter them from different things, darkness, sunlight, etc.? So many options. If you want, you can go into the movement, and this is what I really like. You can choose what kind of things they do. Like, if you just want them to stand still, for example, we can do, let's say, make them dance. Actually, I don't know if you can do any of these with the dragon. Let's see. Can you dance? You can't dance. Well, I mean, I guess you're kind of dancing if you count the moving of the body. I don't know, is that really is he dancing? Let's try making him just normal. See if he wiggles his body. No, he still wiggles his body just as much. Let's create a new one. Let's do a different texture. Let's do here. If we go up, we can see other textures. If you want to do humans, monsters, nagas, orcs, ponies, villagers, furries, elves, orcs, dwarves. I mean, there's all kinds of options. If you go into here, let's pick elf female. Let's call her Tamaril, because I like that name. And there we go. Now we have an elf that has a that was kind of weird. Now we have like a standard NPC which we can do other things with. So if we want to make this one dance, anybody who watches popular MMOs has been familiar with this, although she's apparently not dancing. Apparently dancing is not a thing that actually works yet or something, because she's not doing anything. Make it aim. There you go. That one did something. Make her crawl. Nice. And then you can actually go in and say, hey, let's give you a wandering, crawling, walk speed of 5, range of 5. Now, she will just randomly crawl all over the place at some point. I'll leave her to that so that you can see that eventually. There he goes. If you right click them, they do get teleported straight back once you exit out. It just kind of keeps them centered. You can also turn off their walking while you're messing with them. Or if you don't want to change their movement, you can do /nopes. And that gives us these options. If we do NPC, I believe, and there's a command, but I can't seem to tab it. I think it's freeze. No. Well, whatever it is. I don't have it open. I don't have the wiki open right now, so I can't tell you the exact commands. There's a freeze command for basically freezing the NPCs so they don't move, so that you don't have to make them stand just to edit them. I mean, most of this is pretty much self-explanatory in the end, though. So if we go into the inventory, we can see armor, weapon, shield, and actually I think it's armor, weapon, offhand, and then ranged. So if I go in here, let's say I give her diamond sword, a bow, arrow, then I can do this, and she can wield a sword, and she can wield a bow, and she can grab an arrow, and whatever the ranged thing here is will affect whatever their ranged attack is. Because she now has a ranged item, you can set can fire indirect and use ranged attack. You can set it up until like 4 squares away, or only use it when you're on the move, things like that. And she will do that. Custom NPCs does include a whole bunch of custom like armors and items. There's a lot here. I'm not even going to begin to get into most of these. Just know that there's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of custom weapons and armor, shields, things of that nature. And most of it's pretty standard. I don't think much goes over 7. Like the demonic sword has like a +10. But whatever you give them won't affect their attack power. For that you have to go into their attacking, their melee options or their ranged options. So if you want like her to use the demonic sword, I'd have to set melee strength of 10, and then from there now she would deal 10 damage. So speaking of which, advanced options, all kinds of features that you can give them. Oh my gosh, so many things. You can make them trades, make them do trades. You can make them follow. If you do a follower, that didn't actually work. If you do a follower, you can say, I put in a diamond sword there and I right click her. That I've got set so that if I give her a diamond sword, she will follow me for one, I believe it's Minecraft day. Not entirely certain on that. If I do this, I right click her and I do this, hire. There. Thank you for hiring me for 1 day. So now she will follow me around and fight things. I don't really have anything that I can make her fight. Let's spawn in. I mean, she will fight a creeper, but let's spawn in a cow. Hit it. Now? Whatever. Maybe she'll fight something else, like a zombie. No? Not gonna fight anything? Well, there is a way to make her fight stuff, but I probably just don't have it set. Get out of here. Anyway, can set her to a bank. In that case, you can set banks that you have in the global options. The transporter, I don't really know 100% on that one. Mailman, companion, no role. You can give her different jobs, like I can say, go into cancel. Hang on. Basically, it's like she plays music and stuff similar to the way that a music disc does. Like if I go in here to records, I can pick Ward, and there. I was just playing music on a banjo. I think that's pretty awesome. Let me lower my sounds here. It's a little bit louder than I thought it was. There you go. So she'll sit there, play music. I can make it so that she doesn't. I can make her play as background, and then if I move away it fades, or if I get close then it gets louder. If it's set to the player's jukebox, it plays just standard. I seem to have caused a glitch. Well, that was cute. Can you turn that off, please? Audio settings. Turn off jukebox. Oh dear. Oh well. Guess we'll just have to deal with this. Hang on. Okay. Well, that did not fix anything. Well, guess we'll just have to deal with that for now. There's just not much I can do about it. And it's getting kinda... That works! Anyway. So you can make her a healer, in which case then she heals. You can make her a guard, and that just glitched out again. Again, this is in beta. Here we go. Now she'll attack monsters. Let's say I attack... Set her up here. Now she'll attack that guy. Just like that. Yay! And she's using her bow at the moment. Since I set this, she'll attack animals. If I spawn in like a sheep, she'll attack the sheep. And there's a whole bunch of NPCs, and it did not like that. Item giver, you can make her give items. Like I can put this in here, and if I set on a timer of 10, I walk away. Hey, she gave me the spawn sheep. And it doesn't actually take it out of her inventory, so she can just randomly keep giving me those. You can set that to other options. If the player doesn't have all the items, things like that, just random item, all items, give not owned items, that kind of stuff. Follower, you can make her, like if I do this one, then she will follow Davomut over here. Not that he moves around or anything, but that's what she would do. She can be a spawner, and I can select NPCs. These are some that I've made before. I'll select the orc guard there, and she should start just spawning in, that guy. I don't really know. I never actually used that feature. But you can do that. You can create conversations. So many things. Act as a chunk loader. As long as she stands there and is alive, this area will stay unloaded. Well, I mean, if it actually sets that. You can set it as a puppet. Whee! We can have all kinds of fun with this. Whee! Yay! Right arm. Let's do something funky. Sure, why not? There. She's a puppet. And then back to no jobs. You can do lines. World lines are just random. Let's say this is a world line. And then let's go back to lines and attack lines. I am attacking. And interact lines. This is if you right click them. You interacted with me. And so if I right click her, she'll say you interacted with me. And if I just kind of walk around her and stick around her long enough, she'll eventually pop up and say this is a world line. If I tell her to become a guard again, set her to attack animals. You can also choose whether or not she attacks creepers. So let's say I summon in, that's not a sheep, that's a sheep. And she says, I am attacking. And yeah, you can just do all kinds of fancy things with this. You can set factions, which are awesome. If I do this one, now she will be aggressive, and if I was to switch out of game mode, let me get some armor, because holy crap, she's going to deal 10 damage to me if I don't. Give me that. There seems to be some kind of weird glitch with Forge, though, that makes it so that you keep gaining items that you've gained. But yeah, see, now she'll attack me, and by setting to aggressive, I can attack her, and it's pretty awesome. Set back to game mode 1, she'll stop attacking me, and then I can go back in, change her faction to, let's say, neutral. And as long as she's neutral, she won't attack me, but I can attack her. And you can also create your own factions. I'll get into that in a minute. You can create dialogues, which are a whole nother thing altogether. You can change her sounds. I don't want to delete. I don't know, did the music thing stop acting weird? Seems like it. Okay. So I can test sounds. So I already got a hurt sound, so we will smack her. Whoops. Well, she just died, and that's what happens when they die. But she will respawn, it's not a problem. She'll respawn in about 20 seconds, I believe. Something of that nature. I'm just waiting for her to kind of respawn now. There it goes. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't do any of these for some reason. That's weird. I have like creature sounds off or something. No, I don't. I don't know. That's weird. But normally she would make sounds when I hit her, but for some reason she doesn't. I don't know. It's odd. Night, if you edit this, you can choose whether or not they perform their things during the night or not. Whether editing mode is available during the night or during the day. Things of that nature. I don't have the slightest clue what linked is, but apparently it just completely crashes Minecraft. Alright then. Well, yeah, that happened. Just gotta load Minecraft back up here. Wow. Joys of having no video editing software. I can't actually edit that out. So apparently that just doesn't work. So there's a thing. Global. This is where you can set all your stuff. You can set banks. You can set whether or not you can buy tabs, whether you can upgrade them, start at 1, do a max of 6, let's say. Tab costs are now raw mutton. So if I right click her, she will open the, well, I have to set her to actually be a bank first. So if I right click her now, I will get the bank, and if I I wasn't on this thing, that's why. Oops. Hang on, let me get something to This is actually when it comes in handy to have this, because I can do like this, and I can grab some of the items specifically from this. So I can create a tab cost, I can make it cost something to upgrade. Let's do an increment of 2 for each tab, and then an increment of 2 for each upgrade. I goofed. I'm not very good at this. Whatever, that works. Something like that. Now if I right click her, now I can upgrade by doing this. And I click upgrade, and boom, we have that. And we can buy this for 3, and we can upgrade it for 5, put in 6. Okay, so it just took all of those. But yeah, basically it's kind of a storage chest, if you will. I believe anybody can access these, but I don't actually know because I don't have any multiplayer. I've never used it on multiplayer. Factions, you can go in and create new factions. I can call this Dragonus I can change the color. Let's say I want it to be purple, pink, magenta-ish, whatever. I can set the friendly and unfriendly. If I want it to be unfriendly at 1,000 and under, and friendly at 3,000, and a default of 1,500, I can do that. And interestingly enough, if I go into game mode 0 and I look here, I can see all of the factions that I have, except for the new one that I just made. Probably because I have that hidden still. Let's see, Dragonis, hidden. No, it's not hidden. I don't know. But you can make certain factions hostile, like I want the friendly faction to be hostile to Dragonis. I can do that. And now these two would fight each other. So if I go to advanced factions and set her to Dragonis, I create another. Actually, this guy should be friendly. Why are you two not fighting? Factions. Yeah, you're friendly. That's weird. Huh. Maybe it's just because it's in beta still. I thought I had this working at one point, but whatever. Maybe I gotta create a new guy or something. I don't know. It's supposed to be attack. Oh, wow. I just got that gold coin back. Well, anyway, that's how that would actually work. Apparently it's not working for some reason. The joys of betas. Dialogues, you can create your dialogues here. I can go in and say Dragonis again because I don't know. Maybe dialogues aren't working in the new version. I don't actually know. I know quests aren't working yet. So recipes is pretty much the last thing I can show you. You can in fact create your own custom crafting recipes here. So let's say I wanted to make it so that I can turn cobblestone into a grass block by, I don't know, let's do this. If I go in and I go to recipes and I go to global because we want the standard crafting table, I can do an add. It'll give me a new one. Now let's do cobble to grass. I don't know why I didn't put any spaces in there, but let's do a plus sign to make a grass block. Then if I get a crafting table out and I put it down, then you'll see if I put cobblestone in that fashion, hey, grass block. And so that's pretty cool. There is a carpenter's bench carpentry bench, whatever. And basically this is a 4x4 crafting recipe. You can use the crafting bench option here to create things for that. There's already some in here such as the battle axes, chairs, candles, big signs, things like that. I think I created a few, but I don't know if that stays. Yeah, it doesn't look like those stay. Looks like they save to the world and such. And there wasn't in this world that I did it. But as you can see, you can set different crafting recipes and whatnot for different things. If I ever want to create a trident, here's the emerald trident, so that's 3 emeralds, 2 sticks, and a crafting bench, or a carpentry bench, whatever, and that is that. And so that is pretty much it for all of that. There is still a couple of other things that I can do, such as I can grab the mob cloner, and if I right click Tamriel I can save her, and then I can right click the ground, select this, and spawn her in again. And this is just if you want to make copies of multiple things, like let's say I want several Dalvumuts. I can go in and spawn in Dalvumuts all over the place. Just like that. There is no option for easy deleting, so be careful of that. Click U, please. Thank you. Another thing you can do is use the scripter, and I can't show you anything about this, but it allows you to script all kinds of different things. Set your languages, here's the scripts folder, things like that. Again, I can't even begin to tell you how to do any of this. You can probably just go to the website right here when you open the thing so that you can learn how to do that. But one thing you can do, and I think this is pretty cool, is if I right click U, I registered Twilight Sparkle to my NPC pather. I right click a couple of times to the pather like so, and then I come in and edit her. I can set her movement, and yay for crashes. Yay for no editing software. Sorry about that. I really wish I had some video editing software, but I don't have any. Yeah. Did I mention that the 1.8 version is completely in beta? So that's a thing. But anyway, it should have saved her pathing. Go into her movement. I can tell her to move path and tell her to loop that path, and you'll watch as now the path that I scripted for her, hey, this is a world line, eventually she'll move unless it deleted it. No, it didn't. Hang on, she should move. Well, I guess we'll come back to that. She should be moving around on that path now at some point. I just don't know why she's not moving. Well, maybe it's broken. Maybe I shouldn't have done the there she goes. Now she's walking. Maybe I shouldn't have decided to do the beta version. It's just because she was paused, that's all. Yay! Now she moves in exactly the way I wanted her to move. This is good for like making patrols, if you want like an NPC to patrol a certain area in a specific way. Or maybe you just want them to pace back and forth or something. You know, here you go. You've got a way to set that up. Beyond that, let's see, what else is there? There's a mounter where you can set them to mount redstone block. This is really cool. If I place the redstone block down, on distance is 6, off distance is 10. This basically just emits a redstone signal, and we can see that if I do this, I'll go grab some redstone, and it will emit a redstone signal if I am a certain distance away from it, or it's supposed to. It's supposed to. Whoops. It did for, well, that did for a second. I don't know. Availability options. On distance 1. Distance 10. Off distance like 20. There it goes. Now it turned on. And then if I go 20 blocks away, then it turns off. If I come within 10 blocks of it, it turns on. And you can just use this for really cool different things. So make it so that, you know, if a character gets within a certain distance of it, it just automatically runs some kind of a command. I can imagine using this with like a command block or something, so that when a character is within a certain distance, like an NPC says something or something like that. It's pretty cool. And that's really about it. I don't really know what any of these other things do. I've tried testing them and I couldn't figure them out. So there are a crap ton of items. Most of them don't do anything, but you can use them for various things, like maybe somebody has to go find a skeleton skull, or a statuette, or a heart, or money, or something, you know, something like that. I can equip some armor. This comes with different suits of armor, as I mentioned before. I can go in and do this, and you can see most of this armor is pretty much the same as like diamonds from what I've seen. I've tested them out. They all seem to be basically the same as diamonds, so there's really, it's not really any better or worse from what I've seen. This is a really long mod showcase. I'm sorry this is so long, but this is a huge mod. I mean, I haven't even explained all the weapons and the armors and things like that. I'm probably not going to go into all that detail. If you guys want to see me do a showcase on the weapons and the armors and the blocks and things like that, leave a comment, let me know. Mostly I wanted to make this a tutorial on how to make the NPCs and such, because I found no tutorials out there that explained it really. So hopefully I did a good job at explaining it. I am still learning myself. I'm sure there are things that I didn't explain that you know, you would have liked to know. So, and for that I do apologize. Yay, if I give her 2 coins I can get 54 cobblestone. I just realized I hadn't actually shown off the trader thingy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I said this is the beta version for 1.8. There's a 1.7 version that probably functions a lot better than this. But yeah, if you've been enjoying, please feel free to subscribe. Please feel free to leave a like. And probably not taking any damage. And yeah, I will see everybody next time. Keep calm and pony on, everybody. Goodbye.